At the time this newspaper came out in 1942, the government was appealing to the patriotism of everybody. As kids, we went to school and we bought savings stamps to put in. Well, they first called them U.S. war bonds, then they called them U.S. defense bonds, and then they called them U.S. savings bonds. But they were called war bonds then. And you put up $18.75, and you got back $25 in 10 years. And that's when I learned that $4 for 3 in 10 years was 2.9% compounded. They had to put in small print that, and even an 11-year-old could understand that 2.9% compounded for 10 years was not a good investment. But we all bought them. It was part of the war effort basically, and the government knew. You knew that significant inflation was coming from what was taking place in finance in World War II. We actually were on a massive Keynesian type behavior, not because we elected to follow Keynes, but because war forced us to have this huge deficit in our finances, which took our debt up to 120% of GDP. And it was the great Keynesian experiment of all time, and we backed into it, and it sent us on a wave of prosperity like we've never seen. So you get some accidental benefits sometimes. But the United States government then was urging every citizen to put their money into a fixed dollar investment at 2.9% compounded for 10 years. And I think Treasury bonds have been unattractive ever since, with the exception of the early 80s. That was something at that time. You really had a chance to buy. You had a chance to invest your money by buying zero coupon Treasury bonds, and in effect guarantee yourself that for 30 years you would get a compounded return, of something like 14% for 30 years of your lifetime. So every now and then something really strange happens in markets, and the trick is to not only be prepared, but to take action when it happens.